Hola chicos, estamos de regreso. Alexa y Brandon tuvieron algunos problemas con su internet, pero ya estamos de regreso. Hi guys, we're back. Alexa and Brandon had a little trouble with the internet, but we are back. We're here. So here are they. Let me put them on the screen. Okay, so we're back.
Hi guys.
Hi again. Okay, so Brandon, I'm sorry, you were talking about you and Denny and why you ended the partnership. So please continue with what you were saying, please, because we didn't have the time to end.
Do you know where it cut off?
Yes, you were saying that she was your best friend, and but it was time to end the partnership.
Yeah, well, we just, for the longest time, Haven and I had to give a lot of sacrifice to our career brought us all over the map for training. And Haven at one point went through what a lot of people would say career-ending injury with she tore 3 of her ligaments in her knee. And there was so much adversity that we both had to show to get through our partnership that I'm very proud of what we both accomplished and what we were able to do. Towards the end, we just after Greensboro Nationals, there was a lot of contributing factors that were going on, but we decided it was just time to be done. And I know we both were at a crossroads in our life, and I was contemplating on retirement and figuring out what my next step was, and kind of just basically I took a moment to see individually like where I wanted to go and if I still wanted to be a competitive athlete, and I didn't know a for sure answer yet. And then after you take some time and you reflect on everything, and because of the restrictions and COVID was starting, I definitely asked myself that I don't think I'm done, but there's also like one of those things where it's just a matter of who would I skate with, who, whatnot. And, when Alexa's article came out, and Chris, that was an opportunity. I wanted to take initiative. And, it was, like I said earlier, when we started the interview, it was one of those things where I had not much expectation. I just wanted to kind of do something that I wanted to do. I think personally, I've always tried to a planner. I've always wanted to have direction and stuff. But at the end of the day, on this one, I was like, you know what? I definitely don't think I'm done yet. There's more I still want to give. And if there's someone out there, I'm willing to make another move. And it's just something I want to do regardless of result. It's just what I want to do with my time and my life at the moment. And that's what I think is all about and what we do. And so that's what brought me out here.
Okay, next question is for both of you. Of course, you guys, you both were in long partnerships. So at this moment, you're considered as veterans in this sport, but of course, you don't look and you don't skate as veterans. And what does it mean for you guys to have found each other after, your long partnerships and have like another opportunity to keep competing and try to go to the Olympics?
I think it's very clear that we're very lucky, and it's definitely a gift because it is very, very difficult in this sport to find a partner that has similar qualities to yourself to be compatible to compete on the big stage. It's also difficult to find somebody who has shared the same amount of time in sport, that has a lot of experience and layers and depth that they have already learned from and can bring more experience to the table. I think without a doubt, we wouldn't be compatible today if we didn't have the partnerships we had prior. And I think the timing of everything just worked out in our benefit. But I really don't think that if either one of us teamed up with somebody different after our past partnerships, we would be as successful as Brandon and I are. I think we were meant to skate together after the journeys with our previous partners had ended. And I think we just are always very grateful that both of us had the same passion and desire to keep going. Because ultimately, like when Brandon and I skate every day, we just do it because we still love it. We still want to do it. We want to like we like thrive off of a good practice or a good day. And I think we're just both fortunate to share it with somebody who feels the same way about it.
Totally. What do you think, Brandon?
I agree with everything Alexa just said. Just very lucky for everything.
That's why we skate well, because
I love it.
He always agrees with what I said.
That's how it has to be.
But it's you know, there's just a work ethic Alexa brings to the table that is very addicting. You know, I always love working hard. I love the athlete's life, but there's something about it that is very new. But I mean, it's like I said, you know, it's what I want to do with my time right now. I love it. So she just creates an atmosphere of always going above and beyond from the day before. And I'm just excited to see what this journey in the next chapter brings us, and it's all we can look for.
Totally. Okay, Alexa, what is the best part of skating with Brandon? What's like your favorite thing?
Oh, there's too many to name, but I think I guess it actually ties into what we previously talked about, because my favorite thing that I love skating with Brandon, but also I kind of already knew before we teamed up just by his demeanor on the ice, is that he is a hard worker and he likes challenges. And I've never seen him back down from challenges. Like he previously had mentioned, him and Haven went through a lot of adversities in their partnership, but they always came back fighting and trying for more. And he does that daily when we skate. And I feed off of that so much. So that's probably my favorite thing. But then other than that, I think on a personal level, he's very caring. He's not selfish on the ice, and he's always looking over his shoulder to make sure I have what I need to feel safe or comfortable. And leaving a partnership with your husband, that can be kind of scary or daunting to expect. And he just naturally stepped up as like a good friend that cares for me on the ice and will do anything to make sure I feel comfortable and happy and safe. And I really appreciate that from him.
About that you said, like leaving your partnership with Chris, was that hard for you? I mean, he's like the love of your life, and you were perfect together. Was it scary at the beginning?
So I definitely looked at it more in like a body mechanics way. Of course, what Chris and I shared was sentimental and special and will never be replicated. But I wanted to keep skating because I love the movement on the ice and the feeling of flying. So I was very lucky again because Chris stood by my side during the tryout with Brandon. So I kind of had it like, I kind of had all things in line for me to feel comfortable. Like I had Chris still there, holding my hand, so to speak, while I was skating with Brandon. So I didn't actually feel as alone as I could have.
Yeah.
And Chris trusts me a lot. So, and I trust Chris in the sense that like I wanted to skate with Brandon, and Chris gave me his support because he believed in us, and that made me feel safe taking on the journey with Brandon.
That's amazing. And for you, Brandon, what's your favorite part of skating with Alexa?
Just like she said, there's just too many great things. So I need a second here to zone it all into one sentence. I mean, listen, the thing about Alexa is I've always admired her. She's her competitiveness as a person, you know, but more importantly, like just the balance she brings day to day, day in and day out in the rink, on and off the ice. I mean, I always try to learn, you know, even off the ice, for just the betterment of like being a better person. And Alexa, she's got a great aura about her. She
A
comes
great
in,
what?
she's even on the days aura.
Oh yeah.
like yeah, she's always beaming with a source of energy that even if we have a challenge, even if things are going great, I mean, there's an excitement about it that she comes in every day and she's motivated. She goes above and beyond, and she's always so self-aware of everyone around her. Like, she's always being the one who sets up plans for people's birthdays and going the extra mile for doing everything to make other people feel good. So for me, my favorite thing about Alexa, she's everything you can ask for in a partner, professional level wise, and just as a person to have on your side going on this ride with you on your road to an Olympic dream. You can't ask for a better partner.
You
Thanks,
know,
Brandon.
it shows. Actually, Alexa, I have been following you since before the Olympics on your career with Chris, and it shows. I mean, this like hunger of winning, of skating great, and you have like the greatest attitude on the ice. I just love that about you. It's like you're all smiles. It shows that you enjoy the sport, that you love the sport, and it's amazing because sometimes you see skaters struggling with the programs or with the results, but you're always smiling, you're always happy, you're enjoying it, and it shows. It's amazing to see that, and I can imagine that for Brandon or any partner you could have, it must be something great to have like this positive attitude, and that's amazing.
It's awesome. It's one of those rare qualities you don't see,
Yeah,
and you see great athletes or great people, but it's like one in a million that come around and you see that rare quality, and it's just like you just are lucky to be around it and on the same team of that.
totally.
Well, one thing that I've always known, but when I was going through my stomach issues in 2016 and I went through my surgeries, I was pulled away from the ice.
Yeah,
And back on the ice, I was just so grateful for every moment to just be
yeah,
skating. And then, as time passes, you start to take it for granted because life is normal again and you're skating all the time. But the older I get and watching Chris step away from the ice and knowing what's ahead on a personal
yeah,
level, figure skating can only last for so long in the competitive light. So it comes to a point where you're there has to be a calm sense of urgency. You don't have time to waste. And
yeah.
with Brandon and I teaming up so late, and the Olympics being so close around the
Mhm.
corner, and having a dream that is so tangible, it motivates me and it excites me because I know that in a few years or however long Brandon and I skate together, I'll be done.
Yeah,
And I don't ever want to look back and think I wasted time complaining or being a miserable or upset on the ice. Like, I just am grateful. And it's sad that the sport can't last longer on the bodies, but
no.
it is.
But well, Alexa, you see Alyona Savchenko, and she won her gold medal, and she was, I think, 35 or something, and she's still skating amazingly. So you never know; you could keep skating.
Yeah, Chris and I have already made jokes about after the Olympics having a child, and then like Brandon, like I'm ready 10 months later. But those are jokes that we don't tell Brandon yet.
I like this.
He's gonna get scared right now. But that's amazing. I mean,
So
if you take
I
care of
also
yourself,
look at
yeah,
yeah, Gordieva did it.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yep. There are people.
Oh my god, this is so funny. Okay, so coming back to now your partnership, like we said, you partnered up late in the middle of an Olympic cycle. It was about 10 months ago or so, and already you won Skate America and US Nationals. I mean, that's amazing. How do you guys feel about this? It's so unusual and so great. So how does that make you feel?
So I mean, I think it's safe to say, obviously, Alexa and I are very thrilled and happy with the accomplishment of
Yeah.
result. But I think I remember telling Alexa, I looked at her on our first practice at Skate America, and I said, we have a long road ahead of us. It's going to be a marathon for us. So it doesn't matter how quickly we sprint or we start this race. We know that what we're doing is working and our training is paying off. And there's a lot we still have to learn down the road. So as we perform and we skate and we build, I think Alexa and I are happy with our progress. But at the end of the day, I mean, we're just trying to, these competitions were a foundation starter for us. It was trying to get our feet wet, trying to feel where we get tight in certain areas of programs and elements under pressure, what we're doing well, what we keep going. But I mean, for me, it's obviously like I couldn't help but smiling after Skate America and Nationals. It's always a great feeling to go put out a good routine and doing your job that you do every day in practice. And I mean, for that reasons alone, it's just, yeah, I mean, it's just a great feeling. But now it's like back to work because we got a long list of things we got to check off.
So what about the rest of this season? You're supposed to go to World Championships, right?
Yes. I think in about a week or so, we're going to be submitting our ISU videos for qualifications within the minimum score.
Mhm.
So I think next week there's 2 days where we'll skate our short and our long program with the verified proctor, and we'll submit those videos for judgment and hope to get the minimum technical score to officially be qualified for World Championships. So we're just looking at that as a practice round again, just getting our programs out there. And then once that is done and we qualify, we'll leave for the championships. And we looked at some of the paperwork for it, and it looks similar to the structure that we followed at Skate America and National. So we won't be too foreign to the idea of staying in a bubble, so to speak. It is going to be the first time in a long time that we've traveled internationally, which is kind of strange when it became so normal before. And we're just so excited to compete with other countries again and just see familiar faces and feel that competitive dynamic again. And, we'll see how it goes. Again, this will be our first time where we're not in a comfortable U.S. pair group type of setting. Now we'll be amongst the best in the world, and, maybe we'll learn new things when we're there, but we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it's so necessary because I think competing against, the best in the world is something you need in order to be, in the competition mood. And before Olympics is more necessary. I mean, this year was so difficult for you guys because you couldn't go out and compete with anyone except the guys in the United States. So it's like something you really, really need. So it's going to be great. And okay, now talking about Beijing, what's the plan? We are 1 year away to the Olympics, and of course, you guys need to do a lot of work. But what's like the training plan? What are the expectations or goals to in these worlds and the whole next season?
Well, I'll say a little bit, and then Brandon can as well. But in a sense, we've already started planning for qualifying competition to make the Olympic team. We strategically have had a plan in place that our coaches provided for us. We work very closely with Nina Mozart, and she helps guide the preparation. And we will continue to do that all of next season. And we were fortunate enough to start the program with Nina this season and get familiar with it. And we know how we need to train and prepare for next season. We will think about getting new programs and new music after the World Championships. That's a decision that we haven't quite concluded yet. And I wouldn't assume we would be off the ice very long. I think in the off season, Brandon and I will be working on the finer details of unison and matching, the things that you develop over 10 years together. We'll try to our best to step up in that area. And we'll take every opportunity we're given to compete and get out there and be better.
How many hours a day are you guys training?
It varies, but we're definitely on the ice. We typically do 3 sessions. Two hard pair sessions, and then one is like a singles on our own session. But our day ranges from, like, I know Alexa's always on the ice a little earlier than I am. It can go from like 8:15, 8:30 a.m. start all the way through 3 o'clock after our off ice and workout. So.
And
Are
then
you out there?
just,
Sorry, are you at the ice rink right now?
yeah,
Yes.
This is our lunch break.
Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay, that's like the whole story about the figure skaters. I mean, you train the whole day and you have like small spaces to do other stuff, but that's amazing. I mean, we want you to win, lots of medals, lots of titles, so keep doing it.
Yes. Thank you.
That's amazing. We have a question from the audience. I mean, you kind of already answered it, but someone was asking what musics will you use next season. You were saying that you don't know yet, but have you gotten any ideas?
We're brainstorming. Respectfully so, if even we did know what we were skating to, we wouldn't announce it yet. But we are brainstorming, but right now our main focus is training day by day and getting ready for the World Championships.
That's amazing. Where do you guys get the inspiration, like to choose the musics, like the programs you have right now? Where did you get the inspiration?
I really liked how Alexa and I worked together on the music choice this past year, but I think we both just we send each other stuff. But I know the free program, there's something about our free program that just, I know we both, the one thing I admire about our partnership is we work really hard together to support one another, because my transition out here wasn't necessarily easy, and it was a very tough time in my life adjusting personally. And then Alexa transitioning from, her partnership with her husband,
Yeah.
there's a lot of support that we relied on each other. So it's kind of like, our long is to fall on me. So it's kind of, it helped fit a little bit of like what we were going through and what we do well as a partner, as a team. So I know that's where the source on that one came from.
Yeah, I really read into the lyrics in the sense of, two people coming together to continue their journeys together, and like, let's lean on each other to make it happen. And I think for the short program this year, we kind of wanted an exciting piece, a little mysterious and just strong. And then it was more of just playing song after song after song and finding a few that we liked, which is probably how most skaters come across their music, is they just sit and listen with an idea of maybe the genre or the vibe that they want to give off.
Mm-hmm.
But I think every skater can say, like, one of the hardest parts of a new season is deciding your music, and you don't want to rush it, but you also don't want to like wait until June to start doing anything.
But it's lots of fun. It's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. And let me see if there's another question here. I think there's not. Okay. So, well, guys, I just want to tell you that you guys are perfect skating together. I mean,
Thank you.
I have seen so many things on the news about you guys, and I think people agree with that. I mean, it's so crazy, like I said before, that you guys just paired up about 10 months ago, and you guys seem like you are just made for each other. And you are so lucky. Not so many people have that, you know, that luck, or that I don't know how to call it, but it's so great because you have an opportunity to go again to the Olympics and to keep competing and to keep doing what you love. And honestly, you guys look perfect. So I think you will get more goals done, more achievements, and more medals, and more everything. And we guys, we wish you the best. I mean, really, really, we want to see you win. We have been
Thank you.
following you for a long time, so we really hope that. I have another question, really quick. Do you guys have figured out like what's your style? Like more a classic style or more like a rock style? You know?
Well, one thing you should try to always do is put yourself in different genres of music to explore what you can
Yeah,
do, because you never want to stick to like one way.
definitely.
But looking back at Haven and Brandon's career and Chris and my career, I feel like we want to blend the two together and have a dynamic, graceful look.
Yes, I like that. I really like that. That's great. Okay, guys. Well, I this was everything for today. I don't want to keep you waiting more on your lunch time, and you have to go back on the ice because
Yes.
you have to please us, your fans, with so many amazing programs and everything. Thank you guys for doing this interview. I'm so sorry, everybody, for the internet trouble we had, but
Yes, sorry, but
yeah, well, that happens. I mean, in live interviews, these kind of things happen. But both pieces of the interview will stay recorded in my YouTube channel so everybody can see them. I will be posting them. And Alexa and Brandon, congratulations about your work, about everything you're doing. You guys are amazing. I really hope that you get whatever you want in life, in sport, and everything. I wish you the best. And hopefully, we can do another interview closer to the Olympics, maybe. So we can see
sure,
how
no
things are going. And, this will be great. I am really wanting to see you guys like in next season, to see all the work you have been doing for these months and everything, all the improvement and all. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're so kind and generous, and we really enjoyed our time with you today, and we look forward to our time with you next.
Sure.
Thank you
We
so
will do
much.
that. No, thank you guys. Thank
Appreciate
you everybody for joining us. And please follow these guys on Instagram. Here's their social media, well, their Instagram. And also, here's my social media accounts. And please subscribe to this channel. Keep me posted with everything and watch all the interviews I will be having. Guys, thank you for joining. Have a great day.
Thank
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate
Thank you, Alex and Brandon. Bye bye.